Hey friends, Pastor Adam Waters here at the Bloomington-Normal Vineyard, giving you this month's vision update. We try and do these every 4 to 6 weeks, just kind of letting you know what's happened in the life of our church and what's going on with our vision, how God's expanding here in Bloomington-Normal, the surrounding communities. We do our best to engage our cities with Jesus' love and good news. I'm standing behind a pile of books today, and I'll tell you about that here in just a second. But before I jump in today's vision talk, would you like this video? Would you share this video on your personal page? Get the word out there about what God is doing amongst us here at the Bloomington-Normal Vineyard. It's so helpful when you like, share, and comment on our videos. It really helps people just get to know and capture the heart of what Jesus is doing amongst us here. We are in the middle of an amazing summer, friends, an amazing summer, which I feel like the Lord is really pouring out His blessing upon this church with people, with energy, with His Spirit and His presence in worship and in healing, in our kids and our youth ministries, in even in financial gifts. Like, I just feel like the Lord is up to big things in the midst of the struggles that we go through, right? Like, I know so many of you that are hurting and that are dealing with things in your own personal lives, in your own health journeys and things like that, just as we are as a family. And yet in the middle of all that, the Lord is still moving and is still doing great things. He's turning what the enemy intended for evil into good. He's turning what the enemy meant as an attack and a brokenness in our lives, in our church, and instead expanding us into greater realms in His kingdom as we do our best to engage our cities with His love and with His good news. And one of the ways that we've been wanting to for a couple of years to do this has been through the re-energization of our internship program. In fact, that's why I'm sitting here by all of these books today, is our books are starting to come in for our interns for the fall. We actually ended up, our goal was 6. We ended up with 7 people that have been accepted into our internship program this fall. We'll be excited to let you know who those people are here once their classes and orientation, all the things that get going through happen for them. But as a team, myself and David Perhai and the rest of the staff, David is one of our board members. He's going to help organize the class, a former intern himself. If you don't know who former interns are around here, Tyler interned with us, Charlie interned with us, David Perhai, Scott Mead, so many people have done the internship program. Way back in the day, Bradley interned at our Urbana church years and years ago. Internship program has developed our church planters and our missionaries that are both are sent out ones, the Prices and the Heggs. The internship has produced some amazing people. That doesn't mean everybody's going to go on the mission field or plant a church that goes to the internship program. In fact, the first year of internship program is very exploratory, learning about ministry. But this year we have a great group of students that's going to go through classes, going to go through ministry training, going to apply what they learn in our services, in our action steps, and our outreaches, all those kinds of things. And so we can't wait to go on the journey with that new group of people. But we are, as a team, preparing for them for this fall to teach them new things, to expand their horizons in ministry and things like that, to launch back into a program that's been kind of on hold the last couple of years. As you know, we want to be an equipping and ascending church. That's why we develop church planners. That's why we develop missionaries. That's why we develop pastors and leaders. That's why we do things like Preach It, that we're right in the middle of. We're developing new leaders to be teachers and speakers in the various avenues that we'll have people speaking at, not just Sunday mornings, but in our youth ministries, in classes that we teach, in maybe the internship program, in our Sunday night services that are going to launch. If you haven't heard that yet, we're launching a 6 p.m. Sunday night service that we've done a couple of trials on. We'll be launching into that after Labor Day this coming fall. And Tyler Blanks, our associate worship pastor, is kind of spearheading that. So if you've got any questions about that, but what I want to focus in on today is really the development of leaders. We have always, as a church, really focused in on not being one man or one woman or one couple show. It's not all about the Waters family or all about the staff. It's about engaging our leaders with purposeful teams. We love to do everything in team. We have a team that leads worship. We have a team that runs sound. We have a team that opens the doors and smiles at people. We have a team that runs Kingdom Kids. We have a team that runs youth ministry. We have a team of small group leaders. We have a team that does outreach. And we're developing a team of interns that will do ministry together. We have a prayer team, right? We have so many teams. We have a team that organizes how we pastor the church and mother and father the church in their growth. And we believe in the power of team so that the kingdom lives beyond us, beyond the current leadership team, into the next generation and the next generation and the next generation, because the mission is our cities. The mission is the gospel and the good news and the love of Jesus Christ going into our cities long after we're gone. And so we're always going to be developing new leaders and new teams. And so that's one of the reasons the education of interns, the growth of interns, the growth of new leaders within our church is such an important part. And so you might be like, I heard you talk about the internship program, Adam, and you got the message on Facebook or something like that, and you're like, hearing more about why we do it is inspiring me. That's great. You can jump in next year, see how these folks do this year, and we're gonna continue this into the future, where we're going to have first, second, and third year interns who are going to go through the process. And some people do 1 year, some people do 2 years. Those that really want to go into ministry will probably do all 3 years. And we'll always be bringing in new people to train and help them grow and walk in the fullness of their identity and destiny in the kingdom. The identity that we have in Christ is what we all share. Sons and daughters of the living God, set free. You're no longer orphans and slaves, but sons and daughters of Jesus. Free men and women who are sent to share the gospel. But we all have a specific destiny and purpose, and the internship really helps play that out for people. And so one of the things that you guys give of your time and your talents and your treasure to at this church is us equipping new leaders. And so we're in a season where we're going to be equipping new leaders, and it's part of the vision, right? We have 5 steps in our vision. The big overarching vision statement is to engage our cities with Jesus' love and good news. We do that through engaging Jesus in worship, engaging our next generation in purposeful programming, engaging our adults through groups, we're engaging our cities through outreach. And that 5th piece of that vision casting that we do as a church is to engage our leaders, guys, with purposeful teams, and we've got to equip new leaders to develop new teams. And so that's what this Vision Month is about. Is we're launching into a new season of equipping leaders, not just equipping staff members, but the staff then equipping another layer of leaders, another layer of interns as we get into the fall. And so let me do this as kind of I wrap up today. Is 2 things. Number 1, we want to say thank you to everybody who leads in this church. And you're like, I'm not a leader. You know what? If you open a door and smile on a Sunday, if you run tech, pushing the button for the slides to move during our worship and during our sermons on Sunday, if you rock a baby in the nursery, we consider you a leader in this church. We consider you somebody that's a vital part of our team. And so we want to say thank you to everybody who serves on teams in this church, praying for people, encouraging people, loving people into their destiny and their identity. Though all of you are so vital and important to us, it allows Corey and I, when we're going through what we're going through right now, to step back and focus in on that through the month of July. As other leaders step into teaching this month, it allows us to trust that the amazing stuff is going to happen whether we're physically in the room or not, because you all lead and love people so well. And so thank you. That's the first thing I want to say is thank you. The second part of how I want to wrap up today is to say, you know what? If you are like, man, I want to be part of the team, man, you just let me know. Comment on this video, like this video, and share this video. Tell me that you want to be on the team. What is the thing that you want to do? I, received emails even in the last week from people that were interested in different things. People interested in worship, people interested in serving with our outreach. You just reach out and be like, hey, how can I serve? What are the steps I need to take? What are the things I need to do to jump in? And because we always say this, in a church that's bigger than about 10 people, it's not that everybody gets to play, it's that everybody needs to play. Everybody needs to play in the kingdom in order to love our cities well, in order to engage our cities well. We always have a need for the family to come together. I have a big family at home. 5 kids, 2 of us, 2 dogs, and a lot of times a grandparent or somebody visiting our house. So there's always people around. We always say, hey, when dinner's over, everybody needs to play, right? All 7 of us, after dinner is over, need to jump up and clear the table, wash the dishes, put the food away, put the sauces and drinks away, whatever it might be, right? Like everybody needs to play. We had a big small group at Joel and Rachel's this week, and there were over 20 people at their house. Everybody needed to bring something, right? Everybody needed to bring something so we had this big summer dinner together. And so everybody brought something, to share, whether it was just lemonade, or whether it was salsa, or whether it was the meat for the tacos. Everybody brought something. So, and that's the church, because the church is a big family. It's a family with lots of little families within it. It's why small groups are so important, so that you can get known in the church. But that everybody needs to play. And when everybody jumps in, the church flourishes. Our cities get to know that we're here. We get to experience the same Jesus we get to experience, and get to experience the same love that we get to experience, and get to experience the same freedom that we get to experience when we all jump in and play. So, hey, recapping, I'm getting ready for the internship semester that's coming up starting in late August, along with the team here. We're getting resources together, putting our teachings together, putting our book studies together, putting our action items together. And so that's why I'm sitting in front of these pile of books today. And we are so grateful for all the team that serves. And we want to see you jump into the team, because we want to engage our leaders with purposeful teams in this church. We believe that this team is so vital to seeing God's kingdom come and God's will be done on earth, specifically in Bloomington-Normal, McLean County, as it is in heaven. And we believe that you can be a vital part of that. So just excited this July to share with you guys a little bit about the vision of how we develop and build up leaders in this big family that we call the Bloomington-Normal Vineyard Church. And so if you have any questions, make sure you comment on this video. Make sure you share this video so other people can get around it. And I'll see you guys Sunday, 9:30, 11 o'clock, as we continue with our Preach It series. Then we'll be getting into the fall, and the fall is going to be amazing, guys. So much stuff going on. We've got the church pool party. We've got some Holy Spirit nights. We've got the 6 p.m. service launching. We'll have Revolution Student Ministries Wednesday night launching there. We're going to have small groups launch. It is right around the corner, and we are getting ready for an incredible fall, friends. We love you. Corey and I feel so taken care of and so loved by this church, and we just love being your pastors, and we can't do it without you guys. Have an amazing day, and I'll catch you Sunday. Bye.